Hey guys, Kim Folks here, realtor with Ramsey Yates and Associates Realtors and Lifestyle Homes by Kim. Happy Friday, everyone. It's been a beautiful day. I think we're going to have a really nice weekend ahead of us. Spring, it appears, has finally sprung. And that's why today, for Finding Home Friday, I wanted to talk to you guys about some seller tips to get your home sold quickly. If you're thinking about listing, now is a great time. I feel like we've had a shortage, which I've mentioned a few times during this winter, of properties. I know I have several qualified buyers looking for homes that have been looking for the last few months, and there's just not a whole lot of inventory really for what they're looking for. So if you've been thinking of selling, now is a good time to get that home listed. And what I wanted to go over today is just some prep tips to help you get your home sold quickly and for the best amount of money. It's really better to get these things done before you list. That first impression is crucial to buyers coming in to look, and you want your home to look the best possible. And these are simple tips, inexpensive things that you can do to your home to make sure it's seen in the best light. So obviously you would want to replace any light bulbs that are out in your home. Make sure that everything's working, all the light bulbs, smoke detectors, batteries are working. The brighter the home is, the better it looks. So I always, too, this is not really a prep to sell tip, but when your home's being shown and you know you have an appointment for a showing, open up the blinds and the curtains and let the light in. I try to do that when I show properties, when I get there before the buyer or the client that I'm meeting. If it hasn't been done, just to open up those blinds, let light in. It makes it brighter, feel more open. So that's a good thing to get those light bulbs changed, make sure they all work. Do a deep cleaning, of course. Make sure your home is clean. It's very hard. I know I just sold my own home last August. Thankfully, it sold in the first couple weeks. But still, even those few weeks was a pain to try to keep it clean and live in it. So these tips obviously are more for people that are living in their home. Some of these are. So just make sure you keep it, deep clean it, whether you're living there or not. It's been emptied. Either way, keep it clean. Do a deep cleaning before you put it on the market. Box up and store any of the personal clutter you have. Put in your basement, your attic, even a storage unit if you have to do that. If you're still living there, the more cluttered it looks, the smaller the rooms are going to look, and you want them to look as big and open as possible. Also, along those lines, you also want to remove any or most of your personal photos and artwork. The reason for that is if somebody comes in, a potential buyer, and they see your home with all these pictures and portraits of your family, those are beautiful, and obviously you want to enjoy them, but it makes them feel like they're intruding on your space. What you want is for them to be able to envision themselves living there. So keep that to a minimum. I didn't remove every single photo I had in my home, but I did get rid of a lot of them, and go ahead and pack them away and get prepped to, it's one less thing you got to do when you get your home sold. So go ahead and get those packed up and put away. Fix any holes that are in the walls. If you have some holes or marks on your walls, go ahead and get those repaired and do some retouch painting if necessary. Sometimes it's hard to touch up if paint is old, so you may have to paint the whole wall or the whole room. Paint is a very inexpensive way. You can do that yourself to really make your home look fresher and cleaner. It makes a huge difference, and it's fairly inexpensive thing to do. So that's one of the biggest things I would say you do. Take out any furniture that takes up too much space and makes the rooms look small. Again, you want your rooms to look as large as possible so people can see how much room is there and envision their furniture in that space. If you're living there, of course, make sure all your dishes are clean and put away in your kitchen. Obviously, before you have a showing, make sure your trash is taken out. Trash cans can stink. You don't want that. Odors can be offensive. I've actually heard that lemon helps sell a home. So you have a lemon candle or something lemon scented, you may want to put that out. It invokes some kind of feeling that makes people want to buy. So I've been told that might be a good theory to test. Excuse me, keep all your beds made if you're living in the home. A good thing to do, if you don't make your bed every day, I try to make mine every day. Every once in a while I don't do it, but I try to do it as soon as I get up. Just makes me feel like I accomplished something anyway. So make your bed first thing in the morning, get in the habit of doing that. That way, if you have a last minute showing, I try to tell people when I list a home, I try to tell other agents that we prefer 24-hour notice, but obviously you don't get one every time. Sometimes there's people that want to get in last minute, and you want to be as available, your home to be as available as possible to get it sold. So I would say, make sure your dishes are put away before you go to work every day and cleaned up, your kitchen's cleaned up, and your beds are made. Keep your closets organized. I know a lot of times we want to just store everything in the closet out of the way, which is good, but you want to kind of keep it as organized as possible because people will want to look in the closets too and see how much storage room there is in there, and the size, the neater it is, the better. Make minor repairs throughout the house, which I mentioned on the walls. If there's scratches or dents or anywhere like that, something minor that you can inexpensively fix, go ahead and do that. If there's any missing hardware in your cabinets, in your kitchen and bathroom cabinets, go ahead and replace those. You'd be surprised when people see those are inexpensive things and you think, well, you know, that's something they can fix inexpensively. Stuff like that stands out to people and it can discourage them from considering putting an offer on your home. Make sure your yard's cleaned up. Your yard is huge. It's the first impression that people see. So make sure you keep your grass mowed, everything you need on the outside. Store away, you know, toys and lawnmowers and that type of stuff outside. Keep everything neat and put away. You might want to add some plants inside and outside to freshen up your house. Flowers make a huge difference outside. We're coming into spring. Flowers are about to be out. That will really add some curb appeal to your home and make it look even better and more inviting for people. Hide any pet supplies if you do have pets. Get, you know, the litter box food, that type of stuff, just put it away. You don't want that to be the first thing people see when they come in. It may turn certain people off. And of course, last but not least, if you have any pet odors, make sure that you don't notice those. And you know, you live in the home, you may not notice them as much. You may have gotten used to them. You might want to ask somebody to come in and before you get your home listed, or your agent, and ask if they notice any pet odors or anything like that, because that can also be a turn off. So these are just a few tips. I would say if you're thinking about getting your house on the market, that you want to make sure these things are looked at and done. You want to, like I said, to get the best top dollar and get it sold as quickly as possible. You want it in the best condition before you put it on the market. It'll make a huge difference in how quickly you get an offer and how much you get for your home. So if I can help in any way with selling your home, I'd be happy to help, happy to come take a look at it. Anything I can do to help, always happy to. Please reach out to me by phone or email. 434-250-1851 or kimfolks@comcast.net. If you have any questions, you can inbox me also on Facebook or Instagram. I'd be happy to help any way I can. And I hope you guys have a great weekend out there, and happy house hunting.